Every decision that you make, it has a cost that you have to pay. I wish I knew this because I definitely didn't. And a lot of us are not aware of it because we have been fed this lie of balance, that you're just going to balance it out. You can be a mother with kids and a family, but also be a CEO. And you can also go feed the kids, in impoverished countries. And it's like, it just doesn't work that way. And I just wish that I knew this. I realized this when I had my daughter, and I had one daughter. Like, people have 5, 6 kids. They have other things going on in their lives, right? And I was struggling to balance that and my job. I really had a tough time, and I still am having a tough time, to be quite frank. And the reason I'm speaking about this because a lot of us women don't admit to it. We want to pretend like, oh, we're so brave and strong and we can handle everything. But no, sometimes it's freaking hard and it's difficult and there's a struggle. And some days I'm crying and I'm like, I hate myself. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the worst mother on the planet. That was a decision that I made in my life to be a mom. Right. And it happened. And so as a woman, when you decide to have a child, there's things that you have to deal with that come up, and you need to have that sense of, I'm going to deal with it and I'm strong, right? But at the same time, sometimes you just have to be like, listen, I need the help. Having a child is one of the most amazing things, but it is a full-time job. After you finish your job, you come back to your second job, and it's like, and if you have 2 or 3 jobs, this is your fifth. Like, this is a job that just never ends. And that, when you can just sit and relax and you're like, oh, I'm off work and I feel so great. Like, you don't have that as a parent. You're almost always on edge. I try not to be, and I work on my meditation and all those things, but it's like any minute, like I need to be here or go pick her up for this or that. And I don't have the privilege to just be like, oh, I don't want to do anything today. Like, and I used to be that person. I never really understood how difficult it is, to be honest. And so every decision that you make has a consequence. Every thought that you have, it has a repercussion. Let's just say, for example, I want to manifest a man that is rich and he can get me anything that I want. I don't ever have to think about money. And, that's what I want. And so then I get that. Because this is how powerful our thoughts are. We can think something, forget about writing or visions or words. That's how powerful your thoughts are. You can think of something, and again, this is something that you might have thought about over and over again. Or some people are so powerful, they think about it once and boom, they get it. And there we go. Your man who is able to pay for everything comes and enters your life on Bumble or wherever. And then you realize, oh wait, but this man is rich, but he only has 1 day a month to spend time with me because he's so busy with work and he doesn't prioritize how I feel. And so then you're like, wait, but then I also want this. So how can I get all of this together? And then you realize, oh, maybe I need to have a different thought. And I shouldn't be just focusing on how much money he's making. Maybe I should focus on how he makes me feel and the attributes and qualities and the integrity and the values of this man. If you want something in life, just know that there is a cost to pay, and not to be afraid of it or like, oh my God, I don't want to pay this price. But it's just a bit of awareness to know that everything you do, every decision you make, there is a repercussion for it. There's a cause and there's an effect. Whatever I'm desiring, there is a cost for that. And so am I willing to pay that cost? Because a lot of us aren't willing to think of that, because we just think we can just get things and everything will be easy and great, and then it is. But also just being realistic with your expectations, because sometimes we have really high expectations and high standards, and then we lead to disappointment. And so when you are trying to manifest something and you're like, I really want this, I really want a home, and I really want XYZ, I want you to ask yourself why. Why do you want this job? Why do you want to be an influencer? Whatever it is, right? Why? What is your intention behind it? What are you trying to do in this world? How are you being of service? So, truly answering that is going to help you. And also, another tip that I can give you, and this is just something that I do myself, because a lot of my desires were coming out of my ego. And then they were not making me happy. And then I was like, why is it not making me happy? I thought I would be happy by now, but it wasn't. So, my biggest tip is that whenever you're asking for something, okay, also add in there, only get it to me or only make it happen if this is God's will. Okay? So when you say that, you no longer are trying to control, because you're like, you know what, if this is not meant to be part of my life's journey or part of my contract, my soul contract, then I release it and you can direct me to a path where I'm meant to go. Right? But when we are just so stuck on this one path, why can't I find this man at this age and this, and why don't I have kids yet, and my life sucks, and whatever. So when you're doing that, you're just creating resistance and more pain and suffering for yourself. So instead, ask for what you want, right? But also say if it is God's will, if this is really part of the reason why I'm here. Right? And also another thing that I mentioned before is close all the doors that are not meant for me and open the doors that are. And when you do that, you're going to notice you might get fired from a job, or things will happen and you're like, what? And you might get frustrated because you're like, what are you doing? But then you might be realizing that, oh, it's actually taking me to the path that I'm meant to be on. And I'm misaligned right now. So I just want us to think a little bit about what price are you willing to pay for your desires? And is it coming out of your ego? Is it coming out of love? Is it God's will? Where are you on this? So just get a little bit deeper into that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.